Am I on?
Caffeine Creek.
Yeah, you're on. Everyone can see your screen.
So if you're following this, you'll need Blender 3.6, Python 3.10.
Good, how are you? Is it 3.6 or above, or it has to be 3.6?
I'm just using 3.6. You can use whatever you'd like. The only thing is, like, some of the tools are gonna be different. So that's all. You just have to find the tools in wherever they move them. Blender, Python, and then I use Automatic 1111.
For installing.
For installing Stable Diffusion, yeah. So this is...
Alright, before you start, welcome everyone to 81 Labs. If you haven't connected to the Wi-Fi credits are right here. If you can't see the screen, we're streaming to our Discord channel. So you can pull up the Discord channel on your laptop and view it there if you'd like to.
Make sure you're muted.
Yeah,
deafened.
mute and deafen before you join the stream. Otherwise we get crazy feedback. So to get to the Discord, you just go to 801labs.org and then go to the contact page. Right, and then you can click the join Discord page that shows up, or contact us, something like that. Yeah, so we're a non-profit. Nobody here makes money, and somehow we have to pay for rent, so that's kind of fun. You can find our website here, and we're super excited to have Limitless Matrix. This is your second IAI class here.
Yeah.
The first one was really good. I really liked it. It was about using Stable Diffusion, and this one is?
So it's taking Stable Diffusion generated images to 3D models, so making STLs. So you can 3D print your own stuff right from the 2D image. So it should be cool.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you. I'm excited. It's all you.
All right. So let me make sure. If you have Stable Diffusion up, you just click on the user web UI bat file, and it should start loading. This is mostly me sharing like a workflow, so it's going to be from Stable Diffusion. We create...
Move the mic closer.
Oh, is that better?
Try talking some more and see. Yeah.
Can you hear me better?
Go ahead. Yeah, just keep talking.
Okay. So again, we're going to start with Stable Diffusion, and then we're going to take the file to Blender and create it as a 3D model. Okay. Subdivide. If you're looking for Stable Diffusion models, Civit AI is pretty cool. There's a bunch of workflows there too. So I'm going to be using Juggernaut XL, which is pretty, it's an updated version of Stable Diffusion. Automatic 1111 only comes with 1.5. And then you just basically download the model and install it in here, and paste it right there. Can you all hear me? Stable Diffusion is going.
What did we do?
That doesn't seem. I can also share some negative prompts with y'all to get better 2D images.
Some clipping.
Okay, it looks like it's almost launched. There we go. So what do you guys want to draw?
Castle wall.
Castle wall.
That'd be cool.
You want a moat? I can't even spell.
M-O-A-T.
That's it. Okay.
M-O-A-T.
Palisades.
M-O-A-T.
Add those like little like so it's the sawtooth one where it has like little square holes in it.
Oh, actually, let's try and just draw a castle. Moat. Building. And then I'm gonna use. I'll also share this on the Discord if y'all want it. This is just a bunch of negative prompts.
What's a negative prompt?
So a negative prompt in Stable Diffusion is basically everything you don't want showing up, which is kind of like more of an alignment thing. Like, so you can tell the model what you don't want to see in it, and that helps basically clean up the model's outputs.
We definitely need to see a goat in the moat, though.
Yeah.
On a boat.
Don't get too complicated.
So
You tell them to do something like reduce overhangs or fewer overhangs.
yeah, I normally put like basically, you know, blurry, pixelated artifacts, grains, things like that that I don't want. So this right here, that's how you can tell it, Stable Diffusion, to get a little more specific to what your prompt is. So I normally work between like 9 and 12 because that's the way I write things, but you can play around with this scale and it'll kind of just depend on like what you like. Sampling steps, that's how many steps the model's gonna take when it's denoising everything. I'm just gonna put it to 23. And then this width and height are the output image of like how many pixels you want in it. I'm gonna make it more landscape. And we're just gonna do 1 for now because it'll take a bit. One of the things while this is loading, one of the things I'm using is Stable Diffusion ControlNet, which is an extension. It's like ControlNet manipulations, I think. You just click on available, load from, and then it would give you a list of all of them, right? Control find, ControlNet until you find the right one. Oh, maybe I skipped it.
ST WebViewer.
It might not be in here because you already have it installed.
Yeah, you're right. It's not on here because it's installed already. Sorry.
You'll
but
see
it's
it under your installed though.
Yes. So this is the one I'm using. And the way you'd do that would be here. It looks like it's still loading. And when you can check the progress in the command line, So it's about 30% done. The first time I did this, I just created a like a Pokemon type thing, like a cute monster. Yeah, like a cute monster thing. So in Blender, you'll want to open up Blender and just delete just regular. I'm not too familiar with Blender, sorry, but you just want to open up that, delete what's in there, and then create a plane. Where's that? Here, let me see my notes.
Shift A will open up the add.
Add mesh, then click on plane. Okay, that's how I did it. And then you'll want to subdivide this by like 100 or so. To edit mode, and then subdivide. Number of cuts, I'm gonna put 100. And that kind of basically cuts it by 100 times, so.
Lots of little squares.
We're gonna check on the image again. Okay. I mean, that kind of works.
It's a lot of sod. And I guess the prompt for goats didn't work because the negative prompt said no animals, so we conflicted ourselves.
Yeah.
But it might
pretty
have put
much.
a big grassy field because of the goats,
And then
right?
the top.
Yeah, it could have. So I'm gonna download this and open it, and then I'm gonna put this image into ControlNet. Right. So what we're gonna do now is called we're basically taking the 2D image and we're creating a depth map of the 2D image.
So that's what ControlNet does for you.
Yes, that's why we're using ControlNet. If you don't have ControlNet, you can use this Zoe depth, and I'll share that in the Discord.
Is ControlNet free or is it paid?
ControlNet, basically all of it's open source and free. It's an extension from Automatic 1111.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you can use this and input the image. And then it'll like run it. This is using Hugging Face, but I think that this model's better, the Depth Midas, or you can use the Zoe as well. I think the Midas is actually pretty good. You click here on Run, this little Run preprocessor, and make sure you click on Allow Preview. So this is a depth map of our 2D image, right? We're gonna download that. And take this image to Blender. Okay, let me check my notes again. So subdivide, and then we're basically gonna apply a displacer modifier and select the depth map. So the modifiers are here, this little tool. I'm gonna add the modifier.
Displace.
Displace.
You're right there.
Right there. Okay. Right, add new texture. So now we have to click on the texture itself. Right, and then we're gonna open the image. Where'd you go? That's not
The
it.
downloads.
Downloads. Image 2. Okay.
And it's a stereoscopic thing. Beside why it has the side by side, kind of the 3D. That's fine.
Yeah, I
Can
don't.
you turn
Sorry.
off the? Can you turn off the picture on the stream with his face so we can see where he's clicking
Oh yeah. Yeah.
or moving? Yeah, there you go.
So add a displacer, select the depth map, click on modifiers, red box, okay. Then we need to switch back to object mode. And that is the 3D style of it, right? You can see how it's displaced. Now we're going to mirror it, I believe. So, oh, let's make sure. So we need to smooth it out a bit because the edges are kind of. So I just double click and then click on shade smooth, and that kind of smooths it out. Okay, and now let's see. We're gonna add the image that we just created as a material and connect its node to the like RGB color node. So that's right here on this little world icon, and you're gonna hit new. I think I have to switch to shading. Shading. Okay. Right, and we're gonna add. Sorry, I'm still trying to remember how I added it. Shading, add image texture.
Yeah, it's under there. Add texture, and then image, texture.
Oh, here we go. Okay, right. And then we're gonna open the image that we just created.
Downloads.
Downloads 1. And you want the colored image, not the depth map, right? So now we're gonna connect this node, the color node, to the base color. And we have basically a 3D image of what we just, of the 2D file. So that's kind of cool. So I normally would use it with like characters because I'm mostly trying to like make figurines and stuff like that. I've never used it with an environment. So this will be a new experiment.
I mean, we could do a character.
Let's do
if
a
you want.
character.
Yeah, we can
Let's
do
do what
that.
you're good at. Which one?
I just don't know how it'll when we mirror it because we're trying to. Let's see. Oh, this is my other one. My emo stable diffusion stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's put.
Yeah. Filter that out.
Not suitable for work. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Let's see. Character.
Angry dwarf wielding an axe. I don't know.
You did down to make character.
That works too.
Holding his staff.
Put in the word Super Saiyan.
Super what?
Super Saiyan.
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
Two words.
2 words.
Over 9,000.
Yeah. And it's with a Y, I think.
Yeah.
S-A-I.
you're right.
Saiyan.
There you
This is gonna be great.
Yeah. I also
Dwarven
use
Super Saiyan.
DDIM as a sampler mostly, just because DDIM is normally better results, faster. These are newer samplers, the DPM Keros stuff. Those are pretty good too. But I just prefer DDIM. And that's about 4% done.
Where does it show that?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. And you can watch it kind of denoise stuff.
That's dope. It's a freaking lightsaber.
Yeah.
So what kind of graphics card do you have in your laptop?
So I'm running this on a 3060 6GB VRAM. So it's not too much VRAM, but it's like medium. That's why I put in the. Where did it go? No. So in your Stable Diffusion folder, right? Your user bat file. Depending on what hardware you're running on, you'll want to edit this.
What's the name of the file?
So if you're using Windows, it's the WebUI user bat file. So I'm running it with the command line arguments xformers. So xformers is a Facebook research, like open source research thing, where they basically take a bunch of shortcuts for AI, and that speeds up your outputs by like 10%. So that's why I use xformers, and then the medium VRAM is because I only have 6 gigabytes of VRAM. If you're running on low VRAM, you just edit this to low.
What would you
Save it?
consider low and high?
Low would be below 6 gigabytes. Medium is like 6 to 12-ish. And then higher than that is just, you don't even need to put the command line argument. So, yeah.
Does the clock speed matter? Does the teraflops really matter on the card, or
I don't think so.
so it's mainly just
It's
about the memory?
it's mostly VRAM, yeah. That's the main thing that's gonna like speed up or slow down your outputs. I'm gonna try it with this anyway, but we'll see. Oh, this one's already done. Never mind. Because we have a character. Okay, there we go.
He's got the arms for sure. That's awesome.
So when you're doing this model, do you usually want like the full body, or
So yeah, it just depends on what you're trying to draw, but yeah, I would definitely put like full body portrait. I can't spell. That way you have the entire character, right? So like, because you want, you're gonna be basically mirroring the character, and then cutting its like z-axis in two different places, so that it makes a 3D version of that character.
How do you, well, I guess we'll see, but I wonder how you do the back of it where the image doesn't have a back, right?
Right. So that's where the merging the z-axis kind of takes care of that. But yeah, let's see if that even. I'll still try to use the first one and see how this turns out. But we can do a couple of them. That way, we have more than one example. Notes. Okay, base color, click on, tool. Okay, so this is to smooth out some of the edges more. Go. We're gonna add a modifier, subdivision surface. And then we're just gonna apply it, and that kind of smoothed it out a little bit. So just to see it again, the difference, right? Not too much of a difference. And now we're going to mirror. Modifier. Mirror. Okay. And then we're gonna do it with the z-axis.
Oh, cool.
See, so now we kind of have that access and bisect, so these two. So I'm not too familiar with sculpting in Blender, but that's how you would like smooth it out and make it look prettier, right? It doesn't work too well on an environment, but you could basically like 3D print this now. I wouldn't say it would turn out too well, but so let's try a actual character. Oh, see, that one will probably work better. Add mesh, plane. And then we gotta subdivide this by 100 in edit mode. Did I do something wrong? There we go. Subdivide.
Did you do like a double click on it or something? Or you did
Yeah,
right click?
hold on. I don't think it's selected. Redo. Darn it. Okay, edit mode. Subdivide. 100. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then to the displacer. Oh, okay. So we're gonna try this one instead, right? Because that's a full 3D body image. And run the depth map. Now you have that. Download that. And then the depth map in Blender. Where'd you go? Maybe we go back to object mode. No. Let's see. Click on modifier. Displace. Okay, now we have the displace. Now we can add the texture. Right. Open that. Downloads. Should be this one.
We'll see one.
What's that?
We'll see. We'll see.
And sculpting. Okay.
Sweet.
So now we have our little dwarf Super Saiyan. That's fun. Now we need to add, I believe, smooth out some of these edges, right? So just right click. No. Oh, I'm still on sculpting. Okay, go back to object mode, shade smooth. And then add a new material. Should look in displays. Board. Okay, did that. Smoothed it. Shading. That's where it is. Okay, so once we click on shading, we add the material. We texture image. Right. Open that up. Should be in download. Should be number 4.
So that's the color image.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sweet.
Okay. Now we have that. So
That's 3D-ish.
3D-ish, right? Now we're gonna add another displacer. So go back to modifiers. Or sorry, we're gonna add a mirror, I believe. That's where we're in it. Base color. Oh, we still need to smooth out more edges. Okay, so that's tool icon. Modifier. Subdivision. Surface. Okay, apply. So that's a little smoother. He's kind of angry, eh?
Do Super Saiyan.
Okay.
It's kind of what they do.
Just
Be angry all the
scream. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Now we're gonna add another modifier. The mirror one. So that's fun. Close-ish. Okay. I feel like I'm missing a step. Both bisect, mirror. Because this is a bit off. Try that. Nope. That's close, but it's not all the way what we want. Let's come here. 20. Modifier, okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a step. Sorry about that. Because basically it should be. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's kind of.
So you've just mirrored same image on both sides.
Yeah. And then we need to basically start sculpting it to cleaning up like all this, right? I'm not too good at sculpting yet, so I don't know how to use these brushes. But you'd want to basically trim this down.
So you can get like 95% of the model you need from depth map, and then you clean it up basically.
So yeah, you basically do that, but I feel like I'm missing like maybe 2 steps or a step in this, and I'll share the video, another video which is like a 6-minute video, but he runs through it like super quick, so that like you can see how like someone who's done it a lot would do it. But I think it's something like with the grab. I mean, you could essentially try and 3D print this, but it wouldn't turn out too well.
Well, yeah, you need to convert it to a solid mesh before you even try.
Yeah, and I'm missing like a couple of steps, I think, but that's essentially like 95% of the workflow. If you want to follow it, it's this guy. He's pretty good. Digital Guts, and I can share the link on Discord as well, but he runs through it in like 6 minutes, which is very hard to follow for me. And then he also sculpted it from that. So from here, like once you've finished sculpting it and like making it, so like cleaning up these edges right here, right? You'd export it as an STL file. Title it whatever you want. So Super Saiyan. And then open up whatever 3D printer software you use. So I've just been using Chi2Box because that's what the space has.
You try to work this last. I like that one. That's my favorite.
And then you'd open the project, right? Or open. the file that we
It's like
just.
Slicer, but it's a branch.
What's it called?
Oh.
This is one I did earlier.
Oh yeah.
The little cute monster thing.
Wow, it's tiny.
Yeah.
Scale it.
Sorry.
Make them big.
Apparently there's 2 of them now.
So let's see, zoom in on it quite a bit. Let's take a look at the model.
And it's upside down for whatever reason. And I think the reason it's tiny is because it was made on the 512 pixels. So,
So we had more
Oh.
VRAM, we can make it a higher resolution.
yes.
So-
The higher the VRAM, the higher the resolution.
So you picked it, so we split that square into 100 by 100, right? So 1,000
Yeah.
little cubes. Is it better to split it even more?
If you're looking for resolution, yes, you'd want to split it as much as possible.
Okay.
And then just basically have it, and then sculpt it to however you want. I'm still working on sculpting, so that part is kind of iffy for me, but
Do you have some models that you've made that you can show us?
mainly this one. I just made one.
Do you mind showing us how you did the depth map, the plane to depth map again?
The plane to depth map
Or, like,
in
using the
Blender.
depth- once you import, or once you make the depth map, how do you modify the plane? I know you did a displace modifier, but
Right.
how do you actually modify?
Yeah, let's just run through one again. Okay. And I did share my notes
Oh, cool.
in the Discord, so this is available if you want to follow it. I might.
Got a program to do all this for us really easy.
Yeah, so I'm actually working on something like that. I'm actually trying to use an LLM, basically a chat agent that would take all, like it would watch me you do the workflow and then it would try and do it itself.
That would be cool.
So I'm trying to get that going. But training an LLM is pretty expensive, so I have to do it on like really low hardware, right? Which can take like days or weeks, depending on your hardware. You can do something like RunPod or like a cloud infrastructure GPU, right? And just rent a GPU and train a model that way. That's one of my other projects. Is like basically I'm trying to make a tech support chat agent that can connect to your phone and help you fix stuff through your camera. So someday I'll demo that.
Next week.
So sorry, what was the question you wanted to?
Just how you went from the plane to the actual, and then using the depth map. So, how
Okay,
did you
I think
use the
we go
modifier?
to edit mode,
Oh.
subdivide, and then so the higher the cuts, the higher the resolution, right? So if you wanted to, you could go 1,000, and it basically just cuts this by 1,000.
Yep. But then how do you use the depth map that you output to
And how do you
change
apply
this?
this?
So
Yeah, apply.
that would be on the modifiers.
Yep.
Add modifier, and I think
Displace.
it's displace.
Yep.
You click on new, and then it should be like texture, right? And then it should pull up a little red icon as your texture.
Oh.
So you click on the red icon and then click on open, and you add, which is in my downloads, you add the depth map there, right?
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
And I think, what was it?
I had no idea Control Net
Displays.
had depth.
Switch back.
Oh, switch back to object mode, and you should see it
Up here.
up, yeah, up here there. Then you just smooth it right and add stuff. So it's a work in progress, but it'll get better as more and more AI, generative AI, expands. So basically, this is one of my ideas of creating digital assets. So from here, right, you could basically take the STL file, optimize it, and then send it to Unreal Engine and sell it as a digital asset for Unreal Engine in Epic Game Store, or you could, another way would be like, there's this Nerf, which uses basically real world stuff, right? You like take a video or a picture of it, and it takes the real world and puts it kind of like this, how the 3D model is, and then you can take that and sell it as like a digital asset on Epic. So that was one of my ideas. It's kind of like a working prototype. It's not all the way polished yet, but it is, like, you can 3D print it.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
that's
play
it.
with it now.
Any questions or?
Thank you.
Yeah, super thing.
Sweet. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done.
And